What is God's goodness and justice explained? Imagine a judge who not only makes fair decisions but also cares deeply about everyone involved. That is a picture of how God's goodness and justice work together. When we talk about God's goodness and justice, we are seeing how his perfect character shapes the way he judges and rules. Because God is inherently good, his justice is always fair, right, and balanced. It is not harsh or unfair but reflects his loving and righteous nature. God's justice flows from who he is. He is all-knowing, which means he sees everything and understands every detail. He is all-present, so he is everywhere at once, and he is all-powerful, able to carry out perfect justice. This means his judgments are always based on complete knowledge, so they are never biased or flawed. And like humans, whose judgments can sometimes be wrong or unfair, God's justice is always true and straight. God's justice is also connected to his love and mercy. Justice means giving each person what they deserve, rewarding good and punishing wrong. But God's goodness means he also offers mercy and grace. For example, Jesus Christ took the punishment for sin on the cross. This act satisfies justice because sin is addressed, but it also shows mercy because anyone who believes in Jesus can receive forgiveness. This balance shows that God's justice is not about harsh punishment alone. It is about restoring righteousness and relationships. God's justice promises that wrongs will be made right, evil will be judged fairly, and his goodness will win in the end. For those trusting in God, understanding his goodness and justice brings comfort. It means that even when life feels unfair, God sees everything and will act rightly in his perfect timing. This understanding encourages believers to trust God's justice rather than seek revenge or become discouraged. It invites gratitude for his mercy and a desire to reflect his goodness by acting justly and lovingly toward others. When we see how God's justice works with his goodness, we realize that his judgments are always fair and rooted in love. It shows us that God's goodness is not just about kindness but also about doing what is right and just. In the end, God's goodness and justice is the harmony of his perfect righteousness and his loving mercy. It is a justice that is fair, compassionate, and true. This truth gives us hope and confidence that God's justice will bring peace and restore what is broken. It reminds us that God's character is always consistent, and his justice is always good, guiding us to trust him more each day.